Hi, Anti-Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we're getting to P1Harmony's Duh, and I feel like I have to say it with that much emphasis between the fact that it is all caps exclamation point, right? And the fact that Dion pronounced it like that in their photo shoot. I just feel like I have to say it with like my whole chest. But I'm so excited for this. I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment. I woke up to it being 1 degree out in May, which is ridiculous, and my body is revolting. It's gonna be a little bit rough for this one with my voice, but I refuse to not be part of this comeback. I'm too excited for it. So let's just get into listening to the song first, and then we'll get into the music video. I'm so excited! Now, I want to acknowledge, before we get into this, that I understand that I am checking out a lyric video pretty quickly after the song dropped. Lyric videos are not always the most accurate in terms of translation or who is singing, and I feel like that's even more so when it's a quick turnaround after a song comes out. So if there's anything wrong in this, that's okay. I'm pretty good at being able to pick out their voices anyway, because I've been listening to their music for a while, and also we're going to turn the captions on when we check out the music video. So everybody just take a deep breath, okay? This is just to give me a gist of what the song is about and let me hear the song without getting distracted by music video stuff. It's all fine. Everybody take a deep breath. I'm too excited though, okay? These contacts still freak me out though. Anyway, let's check out Duh. Ooh! Okay, funky beat. I'm sorry to pause immediately. If you don't like pausing, leave. I wasn't ready for Kyo's sass on this. Oh my gosh, are we getting sass? Because if anyone can be sassy, it's P1Harmony. It's this group. So I'm not ready if that's the vibe we're bringing, especially since we're doing like anti-hero. Okay. This is like Siren. Shout out to debut.
Drama, you like it. 법이 다르지 벌떡 막 stomping. Nobody 여기 봐 지금 hot like scene. 떡이기에 try 너가 bro please don't be stupid. I'm gonna get late to this party. 내 이름을 외쳐봐. 두근거리는 나 don't you rush me. La 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 la.
I love that little descending melody. Also, Kiho's voice. Every time I'm like, I know what he sounds like. I know what his voice is like. I'm still never quite ready though. He's so good and it bothers me. Love like the vibe of this like funky feeling, especially like different beats, right? So already in the last comeback, I was like, I feel like we're taking some different influences. We're leaning some more into what those influences are, as opposed to just like vague kind of mixture of things in their music. It felt more like they were leaning in to those like specific genres that were influencing things. And even this it feels different. It's got like a nice bounce to it, like the lyrics say. I am not ready. I'm not ready for the vibe of this.
Spectacular drama, you like it. 법이 다르지 벌떡 막 stomping. Nobody 여기 봐 지금 hot like scene. 떡이기에 try 너가 bro please don't be stupid. I'm gonna get late to this party. 내 이름을 외쳐봐.
Just that vibrato he puts in. Ooh, okay. Look, Taeho's voice too, that little cry up there. But also, you never paid attention to our stage. Bet you're shocked now. I did. I'm just saying, I was accidentally there at debut, and I will continue to feel a certain way about that. Fate brought me here. But I've said it every comeback. I'm like, every comeback, I feel like more and more people are paying attention to them. And I definitely feel like ever since Killin' It, well, Jump, I feel like that's when it really started to pick up. And then since then, a lot more people have been checking them out, talking about them, giving them interest. And it's, oh, to all those people who said this and that about us, which they definitely had talked about in some of their songs, of like people having a lot to say and pushing back on that, right? Wasp ended the last album, and that song very much has a feeling of taking the gloves off, right? And has a little more of an aggressive edge to it than they've had in other things. Obviously like a unit song, so it's a little bit of there's a little bit more like freedom in the sound for that. But having that feeling of people like not giving them the time of day because they couldn't get anything from them. And then suddenly they were like, oh, I find out that you were always like this, as somebody who would just attach yourself to someone to get like the clout, right? And so, oh, you never paid attention to me, and now I'm successful enough, and now suddenly you want to give me attention. Interesting. Especially like with those angelic vocals from Theo.
Don't be stupid. I'm gonna get late to this party.
Like late to this party. Again, you showed up late. God. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the going into it and then the duh. I absolutely love that we are getting full sassiness on this because, like I've said, if any group can sass, it's P1Harmony. But the fact that they're just leaning into that and in this way of, oh, you showed up late to the party. Like, I know some of that could be like, oh, I'm cool enough to show up late to the party and everyone's gonna pay attention to me. But then also like, you showed up late to this party. Like, you never paid attention to us before. I bet you're shocked now to look around and suddenly we're like a big deal. People are talking about us. And then having this going into it, also follow me, shout out, name drop it around, but then also peace in there, like peace, and then we're the GOAT, like we're the goat. I love the sass of it, love this like horn sound. Again, it feels like harkening back to Siren and them going into this next phase and how they're bringing in some of those sounds that they had earlier on, but updating them, modernizing them, playing around a little bit more with their sound and how they're presenting themselves and their lyrics and all of that. I just love how fun that kind of like shout vocal is too, mixed in with it, being in a crowd of fans and having them get to shout those lyrics back and then have this fun like sassiness and attitude to it as well, especially since they're stepping into this persona of a little bit more of an anti-hero, a little more examining, does being a hero mean you're heroic and all of that. As going into this concept, it feels like they're a little bit like freer to play with their personas a little bit because they're stepping into a different character than they have in previous music videos. So I like that we're bringing some of that in, and their humor is always my favorite in their songs. Like, they just seem to have such a cheekiness to it, and this is just like turning up the attitude, and I love it. I love that ad-lib. We're going back through lyrics. I love how he plays with sound, like the specific syllables that he chooses in his phrases and the way that he hits them, the way he enunciates them. I can't fully pull that apart because I'm not a Korean speaker, but he has so much rhythm in it. Like, he's so good at using his voice like percussion instrument that it just fits in. And I love how he pulled back a bunch of the production that happens a lot in their songs, the way that they arrange them. But I think that it's so fun in this to have such a funky, groovy beat to this and to pull that out and let Jungsub just sit in the way that he is hitting these specific sounds that just have this wonderful snap to them. And he's so good. The duh or dodge, rock, paper, just like this. Okay, let's play the game. Let's see who wins. Even just like bundle deals. And then we talk about like the prices rising, even like the snap the picture, because we had the snap a piece, right? Pieces in fandom, but then also take a piece, right? Yes, sold out fast. From the bottom, we raised the price. Like, the imagery of that being like, oh, we started off at the bottom, right? Worked our way to the top. And it's like, now we're like at a much higher caliber, much higher quality. I see that less as them like talking about, I don't know, like actual money, and more about, oh, we're a higher quality now, right? Like, we're at a higher caliber, we're at a higher status now, we're more valuable now. It's like I was saying, you'll see who's a clout chaser by who pays attention to you when you're at the bottom versus who pays attention to you when you're successful, right? When someone can get something out of you and that's the only time that they start to pay attention to your existence, warning, back away from that person. Whereas like someone who is, oh, I really appreciate like the passion and talent or like personality or performance that you bring, despite the fact that you're at the bottom, and are going to support you through that, that's like much better. So it's like talking about their own like value is risen, especially since I feel like after the last comeback with Sad Song and all of that, it felt very much like they were going through this, like discovering their worth in a lot of ways and who actually matters to them. And I think that it's really fun to bring some of that concept into this single that's like really fun and has a lot of attitude to it. But it's like, hey, we know that we're of a higher quality now, right? We know that we're worth more to ourselves. We know our value. And I love that. Just like this, the repetition of the D and B sounds, even these like open vowels, so fun in his delivery. I'm going back to listen to the whole thing. The bass is crazy. Theo's voice is too pretty here. I can't get over the sass, especially Kyo. It's like so good. And then I love that we got into like Jungsup. He's got like a little bit more of a grit to his voice. So there's a little bit more of this like grittier, grungier feeling to his delivery of that. And I really like that in contrast to some of the stuff that we got before, where in the first chorus, it felt a little bit more laid back. And then you get Kyo's got like a bit of a richer, darker tone to his voice. And then you get like Jungsup with this really little bit of grit, a little bit more ping to his sound. Just feels like a little bit more in your face. So I love using his voice as a way of progressing the energy of the song. Ad-libs are great. No, not that like old school feeling of the like almost like well, like 90s. Not just saying, well, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. They have so much fun with their delivery. Also, I live for whenever we get rap cadence Jung. It just hits differently. The way he like had the cough in there and then you have these little like laughs and whatever. No, sir. I don't think I need to justify this rewind other than Kyo. Just that vocal run up. Again, the talent aggression is always present when Kyo sings. Kyo. Young. I can't with the attitude in this song. The actual Sass just infecting everything in this performance. So much fun. I can't wait to see what they do with the music video, especially given some of the concept photos and things that I saw, and them leaning into this almost action figure but like otherworldly vibe, which obviously goes into a lot of other stuff with like lore and all of that. But them leaning into some of that, and the bounce of this, like the bass is so good, and that siren sound is so fun. Again, like this warning signal, and again, just the sass. I want to know what the choreo is for them being like, and duh. I need to know. I need to know what the choreo is going to look like for this, because I know it's going to be good. I just need to see the actual like main character energy just radiating off of them. Loved it so much. I think that they were having so much fun with it. Love some of the lyricism in it. I love that it's pulling some of the things forward that they had in the last couple of comebacks that they're digging a little bit more into with this like phase 2 that they're going into. And also I think leaning a little bit more into the character of a bit of a darker concept, right? In terms of what is a hero? Does a hero have to be a good person, or is a hero just someone who happens to have the power to make those kind of like moral decisions, right? Are they just people who happen to have a lot of power, and what does that mean? So I'm very excited to see what this music video is gonna be. I'm already too giddy with everything that's going on. Okay, it's fine. Who's crashing a car? Looks like they have like equipment on though. Performing maybe? Anyway, okay. See? Into here, like I was saying. You get the sunglasses on, there's the whole crew on strike. What? I'm sorry, there was so much happening. Who let Soul on top of the car? Also, this makes me think of the Killin' It album art. Somebody protect Soul, because I'm worried. Also, the like SOS. Also, we have the thumbnail where they say real hero, and then also they have the 1028. But we had something about a strike. On strike. Don't urge the hero. So you're saying of like, don't rush me, of it feels like we're getting a bit of a diva moment. Okay. Oh, now we're pausing property. Oh my gosh, someone help. There's too much happening. Someone help Intalk. Why are we crashing cars? Who's driving? There was spray paint at some point, the graffiti going on. I feel like Intalk being like, don't be stupid. Sir, you crashed a car. Were you driving? It looks like you were. What? Wait, I know I'm pausing a lot. Get over it. No parking. I like the poster in the back too. Boy, the disrespect. Boy. Hey. Boy just like lounging on this table for the hero of justice, and he was just like, nope. Theo with this hair though. Why are we on the floor? Oh, it's Soul. Never mind. I was like, why are we on the floor? And then I saw it was Soul. I'm like, no questions asked. Okay, are we supposed to be like the Hero Society? We're crashing? Ooh, that assist up was good. This fit on Theo though. Ooh, I love that like dog pile, right? Everyone kind of piling up on you, and then you're like, Love the image. Ooh, I love that tracking shot. I can't. Also, love the POV shot. Are they on their shirts? That's so cute. Duh. They totally are on their shirts. You know what? I love the confidence. I love the, you know what? I'm gonna wear a shirt with my face on it. Also, didn't we have a thing in the photo shoot where they had like the t-shirts, like best t-shirts or whatever? And they were like, that's gonna come up. Wait. Unknown kids. The like heroes, unknown kids. Who are we fighting now? We're fighting children, or are we helping the children? Next generation. Literally playing rock, paper, scissors. Wait. I think it says, was it say beep beep on the loser of the game? I can't. I love that look back. No, who's that? The fishing rod with the lyrics? That's good. Wait. Hero strike, the little drawings, hero fight. I just love that we have almost like a next generation that we're bringing with us, right? Like them used to be the unknown kids and now they're like helping the next generation, I guess. Sorry, old school gaming. Ooh, wait, whoa. Dang. Harmony protocol all stopped? Strange phenomenon. It's like the ooh, I was gonna say the asteroid, which is also like Siren music video. Specifically, also be other stuff, but it's just explosions. What? I'm sorry, I paused in the middle of there being. I was looking at this, and then I saw that, and then there was a monster truck coming in. Love the shaky cam for this, though. Is there a bathtub in the wall? Oh, I'm sorry, it was a piece of construction equipment. Ooh, love that, like, head movement. I love that duh. That's so cute. But like we had a cute little soul like that one. I love the first class seat and he's sitting in the back of the car. This is a cool scene. I'm sorry, did we have a world's greatest mug? The world's most just hero? I like so many things. I love we have the cam that was like steady on in talk there, which we also had in Sad Song. Also with this one, we have the light platform. Isn't that also like in Siren? He's that on like what Theo's knee? That's so cute. Go off, Soul.
Know who it is. Not gonna repeat myself. Line work.
I don't even know what to say other than just like general shock, amusement. So good, so much fun. I feel like there were probably so many things in that I couldn't even grasp because there was so much going on. But I love this idea of this like hero society. There's like a bunch of heroes, right? And it's become something that is very almost corporate in a way. It makes me think of lots of other superhero stories where the moment that you have an organized group of heroes, it starts to become something that people try to like, control or have power over or monetize from, and saying, oh, we're going on strike, and having these very dark coloring for them and their clothing choices in contrast to some of the other people that we saw, and embracing the chaos. And instead of being like stuck up in like that tower in this like very like bright, pristine place where they're like having that party or that dinner or whatever, instead like being on the ground where there's stuff happening and interacting with these like unknown kids, right? Like these up and comers, these people who haven't made it yet. I feel like it's very much where they came from, right? Of them being like, oh, we used to be the kids that nobody knew about anything about, and now we've built a career up since then, and we want to acknowledge that there's others coming up after us, and there's other people who are like in a similar place to us who look up to us because they can see the underdog story and also want to be actually at street level with everyone else. Going back to like Street Star of that song and some of the stuff that they were going in with that song, of not wanting to lose touch with what kind of grounds you in what you're doing, even with all of like the confidence and main character energy that they have in a lot of the song. It still has this feeling of we want to be where things are happening and not stuck up in this place. Like even it was like Soul who crashed through the window and fell to the ground. That being like, again, this feeling of we could be like high up in this tower and away from everything, but what we want to be is like on the ground where stuff is happening, where we can actually have more of an influence. Maybe. Such a fun song though. They had so much fun with this whole thing, and it makes me excited to see what else this album is gonna have. So much fun with this. I honestly can't wait to see what else they've gotten. That like sassy duh in the choreo, and the other choreo that I was seeing, there's some like really like smooth movements in it, some really high energy stuff. I love that it looks like we're gonna be getting some like soul solo moment, which is always fun, and that first class seat and it's like sitting on Theo's knee. That's super cute as well. I just have a huge smile on my face because that was such a fun song, and I can't wait to see what else they're doing for this comeback. If this is like the energy that they're opening up with. Again, they always hit with a song that is very like confident and has a lot of Protagonist energy, but I love that they're leaning in to some of that, again, like sass, but also like this acknowledgement of you never cared about us before. Suddenly you do now that we're successful, now that we're getting awards, now that we're performing places. I don't know. Like that feeling of, I don't know about that. Or you pushed us off at the beginning and then now we're here and we're successful, and you're like, oh, you must be shocked now. You doubted us and we've proven you wrong. So I love that they're bringing in some of that energy into this as well, and excited to see what else we're gonna get. If they're playing anti-heroes in this, I feel like we may get a little bit more of that bite in their music, because it's gonna be playing into that character as opposed to being like a hero of justice or whatever. So I can't wait to see what else this comeback has, but I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so next time I post a P1Harmony reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.